YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XLA, back at you another episode of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Month of Madness. That's right, everybody, and today is day number 10 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Month of Madness. We're a whole third of the way through. Time is passing so fast, I don't know what to say. We've had so many great decks in a row, and Lordy, it just feels like yesterday we were playing card games. But today, we got ourselves a special little challenge we're going to be doing, thanks to Mr. Harry U, who asked for this deck today. Today, we are playing a deck that is called the Lord of the Storm ×3 Challenge. That's right. The idea of this deck was to take this old structure deck, the Lord of the Storms, which is like one of the oldest structure decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like from 2007. Oh, that's an old... It's not the oldest structure deck by any means, but it's an older one. And basically the idea was to take 3 copies of that and try to make a deck out of it, and I did that. That was when I realized that I had to make just some slight changes to make the deck a little bit better. So, we got a deck here that's using a lot of the cards from that structure deck, things like Simorgh, the Bed of Divinity. We've got the OG Harpie Lady, we got the Lightning Vortexes. Things like that, things that were in the original structure deck, but also a couple other cards just to not break the deck by any means, but to make it just a little bit stronger enough to get itself off the ground, so to speak. You know, we're winged beasts, we must fly through the air. And so we've got ourselves a deck that's got the Harpies and the Simorgh. We don't have all the bells and whistles for both, but we have a little bit extra from modern day to make the deck just a little bit stronger. So we're going to be going into EDO Pro today, showing off this deck and what it can do, trying to go first and or second, because the deck can do either or. We'll see how it does in a modern setting. Might not do great, but we will do our damnedest to see what this old bird can do. So, as always, if you enjoy it, like button is appreciated. If you want the deck list for whatever reason, I will include this deck list, as well as the pure 3x Simorgh list in the comments below. So, you know, give that a shot. And so let's go ahead and get started. Let's go into EDO Pro, show this deck off, show you how it works. We'll have ourselves a good time showing off some good old bird action. Alright, yeah, first opponent, another day, another card game. And with this deck, it's hard to say. We go first, we go second. We'll try to go first primarily, but we can also go second, because we've got many different strategies with this deck. We have, you know, Harpie strategies, Simorgh strategies. It all revolves around spell traps. You know, Harpies blow them up, and Simorgh just don't like spell traps. So that's what we're going to be doing today. This opening hand, very Harpie. It was a very Harpie opening hand. So we're going to see how that one goes. We're up against Ice Jade, which is an archetype around watery Aqua Boys, which I believe attack and defense mode, if I remember how the deck works. Something of that like. Let's see. Face up zone. On the field, monster Poke Controllers can only activate their effects the turn they are summoned. If he has a thing. If Ice Jade battles a monster, that monster loses 1,000 attack and damage. Okay. So he's got like a... not quite a floodgate, but let me go over our deck real quick. Explain a little bit like the deck choices here. So obviously, you know, this challenge was to take 3 copies, Lord of the Storm, use all those cards. And that is what I did originally. I really wanted to do that, but in order to facilitate some more better, I had to make changes. Because if you don't know, with the original Simorgh monster, Lord of Divinity, he can't be special summoned, which is very confusing in that deck, considering that, you know, what's his face? Good old what's his face? The ninja transformation card that comes in that structure deck, which is like, you'd think that'd be the thing to turbo out the Lord of Divinity, but no, that is not how it works at all. So I felt the change was a necessity, not to break the deck, but to give it a shot. So, what does this even do? I wasn't even paying attention to what this field spell does. Monster is summoned. Target a water, you control the monster. Oh, then he faces a monster upon controls, who's attacking all the target monster. Okay, so I do need to get rid of this. Luckily, Harpies are really good at getting rid of spell traps. It's kind of their shtick. So we're going to activate the Elegant Egotist. We're going to bring out the Harpie Lady #1 to show that I am using the cards from the structure deck. Okay, I'm using the original Harpie Lady one. I also considered putting in 2 and 3 for some toolboxy things, but I don't know. I just kind of went with this. I just kind of went with that. So let's go ahead and summon Cyber / Harpie Lady. We're going to just use... It doesn't really... No, I want to use Harpie Lady #1. She keeps all my monsters' attack points. I want those attack points. Of course, I'll lose a couple points, but that's okay. I still get to bounce the Ice Jade. You know, this is really my one concession to like a stronger Harpie Lady card in this deck. Like, I've got some of the other ones, but Cyber / is just a beefy monster in general. And, I need more attack points. You know what? Let's be snarky about it. Let's summon Harpie Lady Sisters. How often are you going to summon, say, the Harpie Lady Sisters, whose name I cannot pronounce? That's right, not very often, but you know what we're going to go for? Let's go with the Cyber Sisters. The Cyber Sisters. That sounds like a 1980s movie. I would not doubt if that was actually like an actual movie. The Cyber Sisters. Maybe not the 80s, probably like an early 90s B film or something. Probably. But there you go for like an opening here. Again, this is with the additional the additional Harpies, but we do have the original structure deck duo on the board. These were the Harpies that were in that deck, and so here they are on the board. Good old Harpie Lady 1 gives all of our monsters more attack points. We've got Harpie Lady Sisters that doesn't do anything, but it's bigger. It's a bigger Harpie, so it's something. So we got ourselves our setup. What is this? This is like the bigger one. Oh, this is the same one as before. This is new. Opponent has a monster on the field. You control the water. Take an Ice Jade from the deck. Send a hand summon. If Ice Jade leaves the field because of a card, banish this card from the grave. Target a card your opponent controls. I see. I mean, I can just bounce this because you played a spell. Just saying. Now, granted, he gets to... he'd still, like, summon a monster. That is something he can do, but at least I've interrupted. That's the nice thing about Cyber /. Just bounce and stuff. Can you imagine this thing was made back in 2007? Harpies would be completely broken. That's right. They would be absolutely unstoppable with a thing like this. So what does this do? Summon, ditch a water. Draw a card. Okay. Nice draw power. There's a bit of draw power. I've got Simorgh Onslaught, by the way. This is going to be nice when we actually get into the Simorgh lineup. I would like to go for Divinity Bird, too. Because Divine Bird does have his place in this deck. What is this doing? Oh, okay. He just summons like another thing. Gotcha. And then he can summon this creature. Does it do anything when it's summoned? No, it does not. Send a card from hand to the grave. Target a water in the grave. Alright. I feel like I should interrupt some things. So we're going to go for good old-fashioned Icarus attack. The original Harpie support card. So... okay, so he can summon back a monster. He's going to summon back a monster, and I presume he's also going to use the manifestation. Yeah, because then he could banish one of my cards. Okay. Alright, well, my opponent will be able to get something on the board. All I really need to do... what do I need to do? I really need to draw a bird. Like, if I could draw into Dark Simorgh would be perfect, but I don't guarantee that I will be able to do this. So we'll see. And I'm surprised he hasn't done the other effect. Maybe he can't do them both. I don't know. What is this doing? Summon an Ice Jade, any Ice Jade from the grave or the hand. Okay. I mean, there's quite a few Ice Jade monsters. I don't think any of them really do much. Unless he wants to summon back the thing. Yeah, this thing. He might go for that one. No. Yes, he's going for this. What does this do? Ice Jade Creation Kingfisher. Target a water monster control. Equip this card. Does. Oh, this is it and can attack in defense mode. This is the one that can attack in defense mode. I knew one of them could. I just thought it was somebody else. Well, this card's equipped to the monster. Blah, 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 blah. It doesn't do anything. All right, we're good. Oh, hey. Oh, Winged Beast. But doth I do it? Let's see. I get 2 monsters. Okay, he's getting himself. So now I was thinking of just like summoning Harpie Lady and like ending it that way, but now I have to play this. I didn't want to do it. I was kind of hoping to just win with the old school Harpies, but we'll have to do it the other way. So we're gonna go ahead and get a couple of birds. Let's get Simorgh, the bird of Divinity. I can still do it. I can win with his effect even. Never mind. Scratch that. I was going to win with that effect. But my opponent said no. You see, how this guy works, Bird of Divinity, I should explain his effect. He can't be special summoned. If you tribute him, everything has to be win. But each player's end phase, both players will take 1,000 damage. Now, my end phase, we both take 1,000. His end phase, we both take 1,000. My opponent surrenders, but let me explain. But if we have spell traps, we take 500 points less damage for every spell trap we control. We don't gain any life points, but that's the idea of the Lord of the Storm, is that you blow up the back row with the Harpies, you know, destroy the back row, whatever you have to do to back row. You summon this thing, and you have some back row, and your opponent just gets burned with that. So that was the idea. I wanted to do that. Straight up, that was what I wanted to do. And I considered just, you know, summoning Simorgh, but, you know, my opponent just banished my stuff. So that's the idea of this deck. And so we got a little bit of everything, a bit of both worlds. We got the old school Harpies and the new school Harpies. So let's go for duel number 2. Hopefully we get to see the Simorgh aspect just a little bit more. And we'll see what kind of duels we get into. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go do it again, but with a little more Simorgh on the side, yeah. Because while the Harpies do make up like the mainstay of our main deck, I do want some other things. Alright, interesting indeed. I mean, the Harpie Queen is going to allow me to blow up some of that back row. Ojamas. Harpies know how to deal with Ojamas. If you've ever seen the artwork of Harpies hunting ground, Harpies specifically hunt down Ojamas. It's kind of a thing. I don't know if Harpies just eat them or what the deal is, but Harpies can deal. So let's go for the Harpies Queen. Go for the Harpies Queen, get our field spell of rolling. Oh. Oh. Okay, well that's not good. Okay. Ojamas and their tricky ways. Alright, and then he has the Ojama duo all fed up and oh wait, no, I can link these away. That's right, I play link monsters, fool. See, this is why we play the link monsters, because it's very helpful. So, let me think about this. If I ditch that... Yeah. So we're going to summon some more. You know, I've done the Harpie thing. I could do the Harpie thing right now. It might even be a smarter thing to do, but you know what? I'm doing this instead. So, what I need to do is... Send... Because I need a dark monster. Right? Banish a dark and wind from the grave, summon this, or from the hand. So send Dark Simorgh. And then we get our Simorgh's Onslaught. And then what we're going to do is activate Simorgh Onslaught. You know, just ditch a card. The OG Harpie, because I'd rather hold on to this one. And then we're going to get ourselves a Dark and Wind. And again, we're trying for the Bird of Divinity. He is the boss. We are trying to bring him out. That is the plan. Alright, so banish. Sorry, Lord of the Storm, your fodder today. Alright, so we'll summon out Dark Simorgh. And I can't summon anything else at the moment. Well, I could. I need effect monsters. 2 monsters, different names, except for tokens. And then 2 monsters, different names. So I could... I could do that. Thinking. Probably the smartest move. Yeah. We'll make Nightmare Unicorn. Not what I want to do, but it's what we're gonna have to do. But then the question is, what I... okay. Okay. Difficult times, difficult decisions. Alrighty, so we'll just go ahead and do some damage to the Ojamas. Oddly enough, didn't really do any Harpie stuff. I was talking about how Harpies are the natural enemies of the Ojamas. Ooh. But that time it was Simorgh. Just proves that Ojamas are no good against birds in general. And I'm not going to attack the bird, because if I do, he'll immediately quit on us. I'd rather not yet. I'd rather do other things. So, my opponent is not quite dead. He does have his Ojama duo. So we can get 2 more Ojamas, probably at least 1 blue. Possibly 2 blues. But any traps are a no-go. Oh, wait, he summons the card. That's right. Summons those out. But yeah, I got Dark Simorgh. So long as Simorgh's out, my opponent can't set anything. No spell traps can be set. Alrighty. So now that that's the case, let's see. I really wish this reduced levels higher. I was thinking about the field spell, but then I thought that's adding just a little bit too much. Plus, I already have a field spell. So what we're going to do here, because we need 2 tributes. And they have to both be wind. And I can't special summon anything else at the moment. Let me think about this. No. I did not plan for Ojama tokens. Alright. I really... what does it do again? Each player draws a card, then each player discards a card. Discard an Ojama card. Like, okay. This might be a really dumb thing to do. Do not do what I'm about to do. I'm going to attack Ojama Pink. That way we both get to draw 1, discard 1, whatever. Our opponent gets a chance to live. Normally I would go for the anti-spell, but again, I'm trying to, like, let my opponent not die yet, because... listen. This deck I came into thinking I was not going to win any duels today. Okay? Casual server or not, nobody cares about the casuality of servers. So, you know, I'm gonna give it a shot. Alright. There we go. So, at the very least, we got the Bird of Divinity on the board. So we'll get to win off of his effect. We're just going to attack into Ojama Yellow. Unless he's playing Honest, which... No, not playing Honest. And we'll just end our turn. And then the Bird of Divinity is going to go, see... I had to flex a little bit. I figured there was a chance he could come back, but he didn't. So, somehow we have 2 wins. Admittedly, our past 2 opponents were very, very casual, surprisingly. You never know on EDO Pro if you're going to get casual people or not. So, you know, I guess 2 times lucky. So, let's go for 1 more duel. I don't know if we're going to be thrice lucky. I don't feel like that, but we'll see how it goes. Let's go for 3rd opponent and see what happens, because we've done the main deck justice, and that's the main thing. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Alrighty. Take it. All right, everybody, our 3rd and final opponent of the day. The fight in 3rd, as we like to call it. And honestly, I can't complain at this point. We've done, like, pretty much everything we wanted to do with this deck. And... that's almost cruel. Like, you know, this combo, this is, like, way strong. It would have been nice if the Lord of the Storm structure deck came with this combo. Bash of Darkness went from the hand to the... Oh, wait, no. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. shoot. I got the wrong bird. Because this is a dark... Wait. Actually, darker to win from your grave. Oh, yeah. From the grave. Duh. So who... Wait. Who's in my graveyard again? I have the dark in the grave. I need the wind one. Okay. I almost did an oopsie and thought that I had just, like, screwed myself over entirely. Not quite. Although, what is to say, 54 card main deck? Probably monster heavy, in all likelihood. But we'll see how it goes. What is my opponent doing? He's thinking really hard. I'm trying to think what he would have that would matter right here. But we'll find out eventually. Let's summon out Simorgh, the Lord of Darkness. The best Simorgh, in my humble opinion. And we'll end our turn. And of course, the minute my opponent starts, the anti-spell fragrance. Something I thought we were going to be relying a lot more of today, but oddly didn't. It's weird. I don't know. Like, I didn't want to focus on this because that would have been too lockdowny, but I threw it in as a side thing. It's showing up now. What can I say? So, what can my opponent do? Again, it depends on the deck, and yeah, it's monster focus, so this is not going to do us any good. Unless it's Phantom Knights. Maybe. Because if he has to set cards, and he's not allowed to set cards, yeah, can't set any cards on the field. Although, oh wait, yeah. Artifact, oh. Tribute to Dark, reveal 3 normal traps. Yeah, and he can't use that effect, if I'm not mistaken, because Simorgh says no setting cards. Can't set card, can't set your set cards, can't set nothing. Did we just get thrice lucky? There's no way. There's no, this deck does not deserve it. Okay. Okay. We're gonna do this one more time. This might get a little longer than I would like for this deck to do. But I feel like we owe it to the people on EDO Pro to give them a chance to beat up this deck, because I don't feel like this deck deserves 3-0. As much as I would love it to have that record, really I would, very much so. We gotta give it one more shot. I don't know if I'm just being lucky today or what, but we're gonna give it one more shot. We're gonna give it one more try. Let our opponents do something, because I feel like if it had been Dark World, we would have been dead. Dead to rights. So, one more duel. Alrighty. Alrighty, everybody, the 4th and final bonus duel. I love it when my deck's working, and that's good. You know, I went into today thinking this deck was not going to work at all, like, especially with, like, the original, version of it. But somehow we're doing okay. Like I said, a lot of it is because of, like, I don't know, very casual opponents. And sometimes you get those casual opponents. There's nothing wrong with that. Wait, no, I clicked on the other one. I clicked on the other one. What's the deal? That makes it even worse. I legit clicked on Simorgh, the Bird of Darkness. Okay, so now all my luck is draining out my ears. Okay. Okay, so now I didn't play anti-spell right away, so we're going to have to hope that he does that. All right. So he's going to do that. So we're up against the... Oh, this is Monarchs, clearly. No, it's Cosmo. Which could be worse than Monarchs if you... Well, depending on the build. Monarchs is one of those decks that can run your butt over. They wouldn't have run me over if I had straight away. Alrighty, everybody, our 4th and final opponent, bonus duel. And I don't know what to say. I don't know how we've gotten so lucky today. I wish I had this luck with Gate Guardian Turbo. As much as I love that episode and I love that deck, and the deck went phenomenally, I would have liked a little bit of extra luck on there to summon the boy. But today, somehow Simorgh, I know it's a lot of it is because of the newer cards I put in, even though I'm focusing as well on the older cards. Like, I summoned Harpie Lady Sisters, like, meaningfully, okay? That is as meaningfully as it gets. But I don't know. I just don't know. It's weird that we've gotten so, like, again, we're on the casual. Every once in a blue moon, people on the casual server will actually play casual decks. It's not often, but when they do it. So we're going to go over the Harpie's Hunting Grounds, as we do. I also have Sonic Shooter, which would be great for not now, but later. Let me think about this. Yeah, Harpie's Hunting. We'll start with the Harpies, move into the Simorghs as we go. So we'll summon the Harpie Perfumer. Blow up that set card because we don't want to deal with it. Again, Harpies and Simorgh, they don't like spell traps. I think it's a bird thing, but I could be mistaken. Alright, so my opponent's going to attempt to steal. Do I get this? Let's see. I don't remember if I get my monster back. We'll find out in a minute. So he's going to steal my Harpie Perfumer. We'll get this, Elegant Egotist, and then that's going to get destroyed. Okay, I do get my boy back. Good. I mean, my lady. Whatever. Whatever, boy, girl, she-male, who cares? Anyway, we'll send Dark Simorgh. Because I like to send Dark Simorgh, because I can revive him. Yet Dragon. Okay, this is the one that prevents targeting, if I'm not mistaken. Other cards can be destroyed. Okay, can be destroyed. Okay, I can deal with that then. I think if a card is destroyed, summon it from the GY. Or the hand. Can he do it more than once? I think he can. Okay, that's the tricky bit. Let's... That doesn't really matter too terribly, I don't think. So we've already have some more, so let's get... the dark one, and we'll get the wind one to our hand, so I can summon some Simorgh when I be needing to do so. And let's see. See, if I go for Elegant Egotist, I can get out a monster. That'll blow up my field spell, but I get another monster. Topological Blammer Dragon would be nice. Thinking. Because I could just do the topological bomber thing. That's probably the smartest bet for me. 300 attack for every face-up card on the field currently. And how big does Zerophyne start at? Zerophyne is a, let's see, 23, 26, 29. So I would be bigger, but only by one of them. Or I could go for Harpie's Phantasmal Dragon. Let's start with Egotist and see where this goes. We'll summon out a Harpie Lady. Blow up our own field spell because we don't have an option in that. And let's see. The 23, 20, 29 plus the 3. Like, I could beat over his whole board. Or I could wait a turn for Topologic Bomber Dragon. You know what? You know what? We've been so lucky today, and I'm not trying to, like, push my luck necessarily, but I do want to do, like, other things, you understand? I want to, like, do stuff. Kind of, like, do stuff, you know? So let's negate everything there. Actually, oh, wait, no. No, Extermination does not revive himself. That's right. I was thinking he did, but no. Alright, so now we've done that. Let's go for Dark Simorgh. Banishing the wind and the dark. Be like, boom waka choo, I love you. I'm pretty big too. Oh, boo boo. Although maybe I could have gone for the Harpie Synchro instead, but this works just as well. So let's beat over everything our opponent has. Beat over that. Beat over that, and we'll lose some Simorgh, but like whatever. It's fine. One thing I did mess up on, though, I will point this out because with all the I gotta point my mistake out. That doesn't do anything, my dude. Good effort, though. Good effort. Good effort. I commend it. Yeah, I really should have detached the Harpie, but it does. I don't think it'll matter. Hopefully, maybe. We'll find out in a minute. We'll find out in due course. What can Blue Eyes do after a board wipe? I mean, depends on what version of Blue Eyes this is. I mean, he's got trade-in. He's got trade-in. So it could go many different ways. He's got another trade-in, another Blue Eyes in the grave. There's that Blue Eyes fusion that uses stuff in the grave, if I'm not mistaken, and I think he already has. Or, conversely, there's bestials involved. I don't really care for much of the bestial archetype that much. They keep poking the cards I have in my graveyard, and I don't like it. Not a fan. Not a fan of rabid poking. Let's see. So, 7-star Synchro, perhaps? Or just a Link 2? It's hard to say. Okay, beating over the Harpie Lady 1 is totally fine. This is why we run Hysteric Party. It was... Oh, wait, no, that thing comes back. Oh, no. And then he can bounce me if I'm... Yeah. Battles, target a card, opponent controls, bounce it to the hand. Which he'll have to bounce the zerophyne to keep himself alive. This all works towards our inevitable victory. Alright. So... Like, I can tribute summon Simorgh, the Lord of the Storm, but I really don't think I'm going to do that. But I could do that if I felt like doing that. Alright. So the big question now is, can I draw... If I could draw like Monster Reborn would be perfect. Because then I could revive a monster to point at the Topological Bamber Dragon. Although I think... No, he made Spirit Dragon. I forgot that was a thing. Alright, well there goes my best laid plans. I can no longer revive from the GY. Because if I do that, he's going to just use his Spirit Dragon to negate. Yeah, because I can't summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. That is something I cannot do. So, I'd say our luck. Oh, wait, no. Wait, hold on. He's doing it now for some reason. Is Lady Luck got, like, a thing for me tonight? Like a weird, not a nice thing, but like a creepy one at this point, because I don't mean to look the gift horse in the mouth, but why would you do that now? I mean, yeah, it'll like give you protection, but you could have done that on my turn. I'm just saying. Okay, well, that notwithstanding, let's go ahead and go for Hysteric Party. To revive all the Harpies we have in the GY. Be like, boom, wakachoo. Alright, and now our Harpie's Perfumer will do her thing, get an egotist. I'll have even more bird ladies. Oh, and I probably should have gone for Synchro, but it's fine. It's fine, I'll do it now. Let's make the Synchro. Spell trap or effect, do they? Alright. Oh no, I can't banish my thing now. Alright. It's totally fine. I just need to set Icarus attack. So we can just keep bringing back the Yet Dragon, correct? And that prevents things from being destroyed. So, let me just double check what this card does again. If a card is destroyed, summon this from the grave. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's attack into the Bestial Magnamut. That'll get destroyed. And going by how this guy's been playing, he very well may summon back the Jet. He might not. He might not. It's possible. No, he's gonna do it. Okay. He's gonna do it. He summoned the Jet. Which was all part of my evil plan. Yeah. Because now we can summon Castell, the Sky Blasting Chicken. And I can... see, detach to... spin this back into the deck. So now it's not a big issue. And we'll end our turn. Okay. Well, it's all up in the air still. And really, I was surprised that he summoned this thing so early, but there you go. Now he's going to bring back the blue eyes, of course, of course. Of course. What a vibe. And he'll summon the white dragon in attack mode. But I still have Icarus attack, and once I play a trap, because this works on traps too. I always forget that part. It works on traps too. So I can bounce the silver dragon and, you know, blow up whatever other things he makes. Send dragon, add dragon. Send any number of dragons from your hand or face from the field to add a dragon. Level equals the levels of those monsters. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. I'm going to blow these up. And I'm going to bounce this. Maybe this is a bit risky, but I'm going to give it a shot. Now, what's the worst that could happen is he's drawn into Jet Dragon. And I guess he can also banish this thing to get back a dude. What did he get back? A Blue Eyes? Okay. Okay, so he's got a Blue Eyes back. That's not a big issue. I don't think. Maybe. Fenrir! Fenrir, you traitorous whore! What are you doing in a Blue Eyes deck? You're supposed to be helping Gate Guardian be summoned by being Exceed Batero for number 7. What are you doing? Oh. Evidently he's doing nothing. Alright. So we'll use Onslaught's effect. So... okay, so if I attack, let's see. When, oh wait. Opponent's... Oh, I almost screwed that up. I almost did, but not quite. So I reduced my monster's level. This works only when he attacks me, not the other way around. Oh. I mean, bouncing this to the hand doesn't actually do anything, so I just guess I'll... Well, that lightly blows. What can you do, I suppose? Oh, I guess my luck has finally run out. Lady Luck was holding my hand for dear life. But I think now the luck may have run low. Oh yeah, it's definitely out. All right, well, I was surprised. Why is there a Kashtira in here? I have no idea. He hadn't even used its effect, so it's kind of weird. Is that just like a one-off tech for banishing things? Maybe. But yeah, that's going to be game right there. A good back and forth for a few turns, so I'm happy for that. But ultimately, we are defeated by the fact that, his monsters are really big, basically. So, there's a loss, but I'm happy with how the deck turned out overall. Let's go for the end screen. We'll talk more about this deck, yeah. Alrighty, everybody, the Lord of the Storm deck build challenge. I'm going to call this one 2 wins, 1 loss. You know, I'm not really going to count the duel with the Lilith and all that, because that wasn't like the whole deck. That was like a side strat, and I don't feel like this deck deserves it as well, because while I did use a lot of the cards from the OG structure deck to make this one, I did ultimately have to dip in to newer cards to make it work. So, as much as I would hate to say that we're not going to count all the duels, we're going to count this first duel, and then we took our loss against the Blue Eyes Boy, which was a nice duel, and we got to see a lot of what this deck is all about. It's very simple, old school meets new school, and like I said, it's about the Harpies being summoned, blowing up back row. It's about the Simorgh coming out and burning your opponent for not having back row. And we did get to show that off at least in one duel, so I call that job done just fine. So hopefully when we do the Icejade side structure deck, which we're going to be in I forget what day it is, but it's coming up. So with that one, I feel like we have a better chance of using a lot more of the old school cards, but we'll see how that goes. But at the end of the day, the deck, I feel, works in an extremely casual setting. And thank the Lord for links, otherwise we'd have lost to Ojamas, and that would have been embarrassing. So, there's the deck, everybody. I hope you enjoyed watching some old school Yu-Gi-Oh! at its finest with new stuff put in. So don't forget, if you enjoyed it, like button is appreciated. And go ahead and check the comments. Like I said, I've got this deck, and I'm also gonna, I gotta remake it, but I'm gonna remake the original that had all the old school stuff, like this stuff, and I'll put that one as well in case you're curious as to how that one was gonna look. And so tomorrow is Labyrinth. We're taking a look at some Labyrinth action. So I gotta make that deck up and get that one ready. Until next time, then, your boy the Memphis Accelerate gonna be signing out. Until next time, everybody, stay safe, stay happy, stay mad, and y'all have a good one.